farms from Gurgaon, including Toka and PCS from Nagaland, has initiated and collaborated to come together and help the farmers of Nagaland. Today at a press conference in Purana Bazaar, speaking to the media in Dimapur, Zeta Farms explain about how they're going to help the farmers of Nagaland here, especially giving them health insurance and a fixed salary, monthly salary, and also in various other initiatives as well. They're going to be investing an approximate of 30 CR and with a turnover of 800 crores according to Zeta Farms. Let's have a look at the press conference.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for having us here. Um, Let me tell you first, introduce you to Zeta Farms, what we do. Zeta Farms is a company which is trying to revive the whole agriculture ecosystem for the better good, for creating food security, for creating sustainability, for creating carbon positivity, regenerative agriculture and all. Okay. How we do, how we treat ourselves as different from a traditional farming ecosystem is that we always want to have the work done at the root level. Okay, we don't try to develop the supply chain or you can say the tech and all. We make use of these things, but we don't try to develop it because other counterparts or the other entities in the same industry are doing that very well. Okay, nobody was focusing on the root level of the farming part of it. Now, the as of date, Zeta Farms is like working over approximately 10,000 acres of land area in 14 plus states of India, and we are catering to more than 1,200 farmer families as of date, and it is being increasing day by day. Through Zeta Farms, we have taken up some initiatives like the Zeta Rojgar Yojana, wherein we are giving employment or you can say employment system to one person over every 2 acres of land area. The perks and the benefits of this kind of engagement would be that he will be getting a monthly secured income along with the benefits of PF, insurance, child education benefits, and the most prominent and the important thing of this Rojgar Yojana was the pension scheme, which only after government we are proud to say that we are the only startup in this ecosystem which is creating a pension fund for the farmers. Now coming on to Nagaland, we have been so lucky and grateful enough that we have been provided like good land opportunities and the agriculture project opportunities here in Nagaland. And to be true, considering what we say in Vastu mein bolte hain na, Northeast is like the lucky place in a architectural ecosystem or a place there. So Northeast becoming a lucky thing for us also, and we are getting good projects over here. Starting from the rubber nursery project, which we are doing with Toka Society with Kashi. We have been introduced to him through HML for a rubber factory project, but the things have evolved so much that we are also now engaging and talking over multiple different projects like the feed development or the feed production for the piggery and poultry there. We have been talking over growing, or you can say supply chain of pineapples by after growing them. We're also talking over like creating processing industry setups for the leguminous crops and all. We're also looking forward to have certain kind of perennial crop system in a diversified capacity. Now the burning question is why the traditional farmer is not able to grow. We are able to do it. Okay. So the only difference was we think that each of the farmer are very skilled and they are working in a freelancer capacity. Right? Everybody is a freelancer. And the real problem with any freelancer is getting work. So we as a corporate entity, we are creating a management layer and we are providing the opportunity in a corporate environment in a SOP system to all these freelancers so that all the freelancers have a common vision for the betterment of the whole corporate or the entity there. Okay. That's how we are making a difference. We are engaging the best tech available in the market, best infrastructure available in the market in the format of IoT sensors and the data analytics part and all. We give them the knowledge about that what kind of inputs and material are to be given when it is to be done. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा कि दो पड़ोस वाले फार्मर भी डिफरेंट प्रैक्टिसेस यूज करते हैं फॉर ग्रोइंग द सेम क्रॉप, राइट? एक बोलता है कि मुझे मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने सिखाया था, आई हैव लर्नड इट फ्रॉम माय grandparents and all. The other will say that I have learned it from the center of excellence or the KVK farms. Even for the growing of the same crop, they are using different practices. We want to have a standard system in place. That's what we are doing, and we are really grateful enough to have this kind of opportunities in Nagaland. We have been also offered approximately 5,000 acres of land area in Chivino district. With him, we are having a good big project of 25 lakhs plants creation of rubber nursery. And what we are seeing in talking in terms of numbers, Nagaland has approximately 65,000 hectares of agricultural land area, out of which only approx 600 hectares of land area is being utilized for the agriculture purposes, or you can say optimal agriculture purpose. So you can see the opportunity which is available to us, and considering the agrarian state and the last, and we believe the next 10 years or the next decade would be of agriculture only. People will not stop eating food. Okay, so we want to really bank upon this opportunity and take this ahead because it has really good potential.
For the financial base, how much are you planning to invest?
So it is like we don't we are like aggregators of investments. Okay, so we will be creating multiple DPRs. So on an average, you can think of it like this. So for an 1,000 acres of project, approximately 10 CR investment is required at a base level for just growing leguminous, or you can say cyclical crops like the grains, legumes, or something like that. It can increase up to approximately 2.5 lakh rupees an acre. Why I'm giving this number? It is for the horticulture crops. Like if I'm trying to grow a strawberry project, or if, let's say a pineapple or a banana project, it would require a huge capital because of the infrastructure, like the drip irrigation.
So basically, it's case to cases. Yeah. But there's no. The idea is that we are looking at a potential area of about 6,000 acres.
Yeah.
So it depends from case to case. Like some people may be wanting to do this. I mean, agriculture is a wide subject, right? It can be strawberry, it can be banana, it can be just growing paddy also to growing like sesame seed. So different aspiration. So that I mean, there's no such fixed number for that,
Right.
but the potential is that much. I think you.
So the range perspective is like 20,000 rupees an hectare to 2.5 lakh rupees an acre. Okay, so that's the range that investment can go up to, and the total size of the investment potential with time it can increase only. So I believe the remaining ecosystem or the land area which is available in Nagaland as of date has a potential to generate more than 1,000 crores of money over just 10,000 acres of land area in a span of like next 20 years. So we are always like looking after diversification. We will not always only target over the plain areas, because in agriculture different kind of agroclimatic zones are required for the diversification and for the security. So in a way you can say the whole of the agri ecosystem of the whole Nagaland state, or let's say India, will not be in a negative side in a single day. Okay, there will be sometimes heavy rainfall in one area, the other area will be giving like good production. Okay, in the same way Nagaland state is also there. It is having like 4 different agroclimatic zones. One zone will be giving one production. We will also be doing the crop diversification. It will not be we will not be focusing on a single crop. As of date also we are doing more than 70 plus crops all across India. So we have been in the business. I have been in the business of agriculture from the past 6 years, and in a formal organized capacity we were registered in 2020. So this is in under process. So we are like the first process is the creation of the nursery projects. Then the distribution is there. Already a rubber setup is being done there in near like in the Boka district, right? Right. So there the rubber plantation is already there. We want to bank up on that. That's why we are coming up with a project along with HML for creation of that factory. Okay, wherein we will be training these farmers to do the right tapping, collection of latex, how to store it well, and when to like, and the logistics part as well. Okay, so everything has to be submitted to the factory so that the final production can come.
MHHML is the biggest company for marketing in rubber. It is I mean, that is the core supplier
Right.
of rubber in the country.
They come from the same group as C8 tires and all, right? So
Yeah.
they have good opportunity.
So basically, Atma, for example, Atma is a communication of all the rubber tire manufacturers. I think the largest, you must be knowing that MRF is the most valuable stock in the entire country, which is I think around 1,50,000 rupees,
Right.
which is the most valuable stock in the country. So they are part of this engagement. Like so, every zone has been divided according to that. So like we got HML and say tire in Nagaland. Assam they've got MRF like that. No, so every company has taken over a certain area where to give transparency to the buyers, no, so that there's a open market for everybody. Because right now it's a very disorganized market. So marketing is not an issue. The company that I think that's what we're saying. The press conference that is followed is HML, which is the largest marketing company, had done this press conference last time I think in Akasha with Job. So this is a follow up to that. This thing in rubber.
The case where the private sector is looked with suspicion is because most of the private sector companies come and have a project in terms of with a tagline of contract farming. Okay, so the most basic principle of contract farming is if the produce is there, we will be purchasing the produce. Correct? Okay, but in our case, it is a different. We follow a different rule. we say even if the produce is not there, even if because of certain weather anomalies or unfavorable weather condition, even if the produce is not there, the farmer or the person has already done his hard work over this. He has already given his time over that part. So we'll be giving and we will be compensating for that time in a monthly capacity. That's why that employment engagement kind of thing. So we treat it because it is easier to understand in a word of employment. Baki, it is like it is a monthly income source plus again over and above that a profit share in the format of which can be compared to in a corporate structure as a variable pay, right? So we will also be distributing the profit share to these farmers. Okay, so that's how we are different. And also, no corporate company till date has created a pension fund for them. So we always, and also the birds also play a very important role. We treat our farmers as Krishi warriors and Krishi weeds, right? People like to call them as laborers. We want to eradicate that word. Labor word comes with a sense of exploitation. Okay, so we want to have a collaboration approach, not an exploitation approach. That's where all the difference comes in.
It's not organized because payouts in Nagaland is very bad. It takes 15 to 20 days for a payout, or even more than that. Okay, sometimes there's a normally in rubber because it's a regular daily day crop, no. So the payout is about 15 days plus or minus in business terms, 15 to 20
Right.
days. Now the problem with Nagaland is that since there is no end buyer, there's no marketing, right? So what happens? Your stock is held for a very long time. By the time you have some problems with fungal infections, these things that happens. So by the time you're selling in the stock, your stock is also degraded. So that process time. So if you set up a factory there, that process time is cut down. So I mean, for the farmer, it will be easier that they come to the factory and just deliver the goods, nah, and then go back to his daily tapping and then give it. So that system is not organized. Plus the marketing aspect, like we said, this
Correct.
tie-up that we're doing is because HML is involved. Okay, and HML, I don't know. I think you should take a background check on HML because that is the largest and the oldest rubber plantation factory
In
in India. They were there since the British time. They're still been here, and they are the ones who are the buyers of the rubber products in all part of the country.
They process
Yeah,
it, right? They
process
buy
it.
the rubber sheets and all.
Yeah.
There's one more aspect to it in the operational capacity when you come from the farming, when we talk in the terms of farming system. So a normal traditional farmer, if he is not using the optimized operationals, okay, so he will be able to tap only approximately 1.8 kgs of rubber from or the latex there from a single tree. But with organized and a systematic approach, like the daily tapping, how much rubber has to be collected, and the tapping days and all. Okay, so if we consider all the things there in this system there, so we can have as much as like 2.7 kgs of rubber latex from a single tree in a year. So increasing this capacity will also increase the chances of his income.
See, the thing is, you have to check rubber economic viability. 10 hectares is a viable project. Anything less than that, that is labor intensive. You have to understand the difference because this is a plantation crop. No? So to achieve economic viability, you need to have at least 10 hectares.
As I was saying, everybody was a freelancer. Everybody is having small chunks of land with them. That's where the aggregation play comes in. We create the economies of scale by creating the right practices, giving them the right SOPs, giving them the right tools and machinery so that the maximum output of the rubber can be coming out of it. And he doesn't have to face the single load of the cash burning over himself. Okay, it can be distributed among all the farmers through us only. Basically, like we will be taking care of the project, we will be taking care of the investment part of it, or you can say the operational investment part of it, not the production part of it. Because he has already planted the rubber trees. Okay, we can take care of the operations thing.
Cost efficiency is very important. Na? Because like you said, 1 acre holding to that is impossible because it doesn't make sense. But if it's a collective scheme, say, let's say one truck comes in the morning and there are 10 of them on the queue. So the cost is safe for everybody. So all those cost efficiency, we are not organized. Basically, Nagaland, we are not organized. We can say that. So if you can organize them together, then we'll be good. You can ask other Q&A on other crops also if you like. Not only on rubber. Acha, ite koa nishna, ami kan laga itu farmers kan kinya benefit ho gele. Ite farmers kan dangor mati nai. Kunba 2 hectares dali kina ase. Minimum 2 hectares di kina ase. So 2 hectares dali. Kunba to 5 hectares ase. So itu ami kan suppose company de bigir korle jale. Sab nijo खुशी जाके ना करी ase. तो एक तो ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर टे एक कंपनी ला अम्ब्रेला टे शुरू तो सब इतो कंपनी ला करे है वो तब उठाएगी ना सामान का उठाई देगी ना पागल दे सब मान लगा पैसा लो बोलो बच जाओ এনে করলে তো এফিসিয়েন্ট হয়ে যাব না আর কোয়ানিস না টেকনোলজি না জানিলে বি কাম করি না সাধারণ যেহেতু তাই লাগা তো বেশি পাইছে তাহলে কমপ্লিটলি পাইছে বলে তো বেসিকলি আমি খান ম্যানেজমেন্ট ঠিক নাই এইটো খান আমি খান পুষ্টি মাননকে কৰি কিনে আমি শিকাই না যাই যাব আৰু এইটো তাতে তাৰো প্ৰব্লেম হৈ যায় কোনোবাতো গাছ ঢালিব এইটো গাছটো ঢালিছে না টেপিং বি নকৰে এনেই জিন্দা আছে বলে বি এনেকা ৰাখি নাযায় আলচি লাগে মানুহবিলাক কেঁচাও নিগে না আলচি লাগিছে তো এনেকা নিচিনা তেখন হেণ্ডেল কৰিবলৈ নপাৰিলে তো আমি এনে মেনেজমেণ্টকে দিলে এতিয়া ৰেভিনিউ চ'ৰ্চ তাহাঁতে দিব এনে কৰি না আমি খান প্ৰায় টেক অভাৰ কৰিব মহান অপাৰেশ্যনটো চব আমি টেক itu kita option dia sah. Nah, kun bado time bin hai, ami labor napai itu kan na. To ami kan isna lote ahat hole to labor napai, ami kan to ite manu kan to kam bisare ase to. Na Nagaland de to manuman bishi kam bisare. Ini ga manuman ki ami training di na tade kuran na ami korbo. So that is the play that we want to do. To basically ami kan pa manage kori diye, help kori diye na ami. See, ami kan to macro level जैसा है ना at the macro level no? We're not looking at the micro level so আমি খান না team to we are present in almost every district when we do this every district to থাকিব তো every district এ তাহার নিজে লাগা management থাকিব so there will be a official team there will be a lot of jobs created and তাহান হি means তাহান পাই নিজে লাগা district লাগা play de থাকিব না তো কোয়ানিশনা ইতে মহালা potentialities আছে ওয়াকা দিমাপুর and Mohokchung district Mohokchung also has a huge potential. So itu kan to le to I mean our manu kan to very enterprising as na like we do lot of plantations. So maybe सबसे जल्दी अच्छी लगा भी तो करनी आसान ना तो इन्हीं का निश्ना we want to help and लोथा मनु kan to they are very sincere. Like whatever it is they are very sincere in doing that. Only thing is for them also the problem is they are not getting regular market. Nah and the market that is there which is buying at a regular is also like very small traders like they don't have the capacity to take up some few crores in a day so that is when they can
So in a simple way, if I would like to make you understand this, so it's like a production capacity. All of us are talking about a product which is coming out of. So see, it is land. Land can give you any product, be it rubber, be it dal, be it pineapple, be it banana, be it bamboo. Anything can be grown out of that land. So land is a production center. Okay. If we create a corporate system over that land, any crop or any product can be grown out of it. Now people know that something can be grown out of it. We are just trying to organize that part. Okay. Out of which multiple products are coming out of it. We are talking about one product which is rubber. We need to teach people that how to make optimal utilization of land in terms of regenerative capacity without degrading the soil, also creating carbon positivity in the state, also increasing the GDP of the state, or also reducing the migration from the state. That people should stick to agriculture. You must have seen like second generation farmers don't want to do farming. We want to create something of the glamorous part in agriculture there. People will say, "Can I want to become IT software engineer, or maybe I can work as a salesman in some different company." We want that you should be proud enough to call yourself as farmer. Like you must have seen children are like facing difficulty in school when they are asked what your father does, and he's like in a very dilemmatic situation that he's like very afraid to say that my father is a farmer. We want to create the sense of pride in them. You should be saying it very proudly that you are a farmer's son, and I'm happy to do that. It should be made glamorous. Okay, so this is what our objective is. Products, be it rubber or anything, are a byproduct of it. I can say it like this. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is the ground level production capacity in a corporate way, in an organized way, has to be created. That is the first thing which has to be said at any place, not only in Nagaland. Should be done everywhere.
Harrison's Malayalam had come that time. They did not mention how much investment will take place also. And Zeta farmers also. How much are we looking at both together, including TOCA and PCS?
Okay.
So just give me a
So if you talk about only from the rubber perspective, the rubber factory and the whole project there would be approximately like 30 CR or so, I think.
that is investment the turnover will be around 800 crores
Okay, so approximately 30 CR
Is the investment there?
only the investment only the investment
Only the investment.
yeah
The
that is
turnover-
excluding plantation owners
Ah.
so you're talking effectively of like say around 150 to 160 CR.
Good part about farming is it is not rocket science. People always try to deduce and introduce a creation of technology and automation. We don't want to focus on the extreme automation kind of thing because we have ample people available in India who are really looking for increasing their income and looking for job opportunities. The technology, or you can say the infrastructure development in this ecosystem would only be made out for the tracking and monitoring purposes, okay, which will enhance the analytics at our end and also giving them you can say a notification kind of thing, a verbal notification kind of thing, and you should be improving this and this. Let's say we are having 1,000 farmers, a pool of 1,000 farmers. We can trace them out and we can say that these 200 people are not working effectively or efficiently. Like the KPI, KRA systems are there in companies, right? Somebody is having some targets and all. So we can show them that you are performing less, you are performing high, you should be creating like this. We will be having training programs for that so that their systems and the things can be improved there. So the technology is just for analytics and all. It is not required at the root level. Okay, because the soil will do its work, the tree will do its work to generate the latex. The farmer is not doing that. Farmer has to collect it. So we are targeting to produce leguminous crops like arar, rajma, chole, cardamom, banana, bamboo, and rice, and these are the crops mainly. Right, tea is there, like tea.
We've also been exploring the idea of doing agar work. In Mokokchung district, there's a lot of agar work. So that is one that we've already in discussion with them. Sort of like.
And what about compensatory funds for the landowners? Farmers, but also you can, if a private
Yeah,
entity
here
comes.
it's
Yeah.
the owners are the farmers.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So the compensatory is already told that the monthly income will always be given to them.
In
That is the
terms
best
of
compensation.
when a company comes to maybe develop the farm, build a factory, for instance,
Yeah,
there will be many other aspects involved as well,
correct.
right? I think there's some funds that the ministry have also said that any private company that comes, they have to get a particular fund in terms of afforestry works or any development activities in someone's land, a farmer's land.
No. So let me make it clear. As of date, we are talking about the investment part of it. We have not considered the government fund or anything. As
This
of
is
date.
not a government fund. This is a purely private
It's a
investment.
purely
No. The individual can apply for that fund, whether it's private or government entity that comes into their land.
Yeah.
So will you be compensating those individuals? I think it's called
Definitely,
grandma
yeah.
fund.
We will definitely.
So whatever the norms are there, we will be following that.
And depends from case to cases. No, some people have different opinions. Like two people are not the same, right? So let's say my opinion might be different, his opinion is different. No? So it's something like that. But the thing is, well, they have to be compensated. It can't be like we're just taking over the land. That can't be the case, right? Yeah. So that is
in
it's
all this,
understood.
where does
Mhm.
Doka Multi Progress fit in?
Yeah.
You serve as the local content.
The execution of the SOPs at the ground level. Toka is having a good network of people in as farmers. So people means the farmers here who grow different kind of crops. And as we are talking about rubber, so they are in connection with it. They have a good pool of like more than 9,000 farmers associated with them.
Besides rubber, any other potential products you have identified?
So basically, what I have been telling them is one is coffee. Now, coffee is supposed to be very good in Nagaland, but the potentiality has not been explored as yet. People are, I mean, of course, it's in a very nascent state because now only government is also encouraging the people to do it and things like that. But coffee is one potential. Then tea, which is a traditional market for us, so tea is one of them. They have already taken up a big farm in Assam. The
It's more than 1,000.
1,000 acres they've taken up in Assam already. I don't know the name of the tea company, but
So the district is Udalgiri district in Assam. We have taken over Chandna tea estate. So coming on to horticulture crops, when we talk in terms of portfolio, so the perishable commodities has to be less because we want to secure the income. It has to be a good diversified mix. You can't put all your funds, like when you talk in terms of mutual funds, if anybody is doing like that share market things and all. So if you talk in terms of mutual fund, we'll put less of our money in the volatile things. Okay, rice, paddy, turmeric, ginger, or any kind of these kind of cash crops has less volatility of market prices, and cucumbers or perishable commodities will have like high volatility. So in terms of agriculture, when we talk about, there are two things which nobody can control in this world is weather and market prices. Nobody can control them. So we being simple people, we also don't want to control it. Okay, we want to diversify it. the risk can be diversified. Risk can only be hedged through diversification. आप multiple चीजें उगा लो, risk diversify हो जाएगा.